The Hall of Niches in the Pitti Palace holds the last two events in the trio of exhibitions that celebrate the 500th anniversary from the death of Cosimo I. The three events devoted to the 500th anniversary of Cosimo I's birth wind up in the Hall of Niches in the Pitti Palace with an exhibition entitled The First Statue for the Boboli Garden, illustrating the restoration that has breathed new life into the peasant with his barrel, the first statue expressly carved for the Boboli Garden. The Boboli Garden has always been a home for sculpture, nowadays home to more contemporary works. The statue Peasant with his Barrel, carved by Giovanni di Paolo Fancelli and designed by Baccio Bandinelli, was the first statue to be placed in the garden. A statue that was the first in a long line of highly popular statues of working class people going about their daily business. The peasant was initially displayed in a large fish pond that served the palace while also feeding the fountain in Piazza della Signoria. When Buontalenti's grotto was erected in place of this huge reservoir, the peasant was moved to Pratolino, only returning to Boboli at the turn of the 18th century, when it was placed in its final position in the entrance close to the Porta Romana entrance to the garden, where it has now been replaced by a marble copy. The restoration of the statue sets out to pay tribute to the ducal anniversary, as well as demonstrating the care for the heritage of the Pitti Palace. The exhibition, entitled Weaving a Biography, 17th Century Tapestries in Honour of Cosimo I, sets out to highlight the way in which Ferdinando II de Medici intended the production of the tapestries between 1653 and 1668 to serve as a dual tribute to the founding father of the Grand Duchy of Tuscany.
This exhibition, dedicated to the large tapestries which celebrate the most important moments in the history of Grand Duke Cosimo I de Medici, who in a way is the reason why Florence today is what it is today. In fact, the urbanistic revolutions in the center of Florence are due to him. The construction of the Uffizi, to which one of the tapestries is dedicated, is due to him. But also the fact that Siena is part of Tuscany. We have one tapestry dedicated to this subject as well. The international relations of Tuscany today being a center where people from all over the world come together. Here we have one tapestry that celebrates his marriage with the daughter of the Emperor of Austria. And we have one tapestry, in fact, that shows how Cosimo helps the King of France, whose mother, in fact, was a Medici as well. So we also see Florence and Tuscany as a center of international relations.
Cosimo de Medici actually set up a tapestry manufactory in 1545, and the tapestries on show give an overview of the sovereign's person and achievements, with a sequence of episodes demonstrating Cosimo's central role in the history of the Medici dynasty. The series tells the story of Cosimo I's public life and his most significant achievements. They were made to be shown in the Hall of Saturn in the Pitti Palace. Cosimo's grandson, Ferdinando II, wished to celebrate his forefather by creating these tapestries, and today they remind us of the glory and strength of the tapestry manufactory established in Florence by Cosimo I. Both exhibitions are at the Pitti Palace until the 29th of September 2019.